Hi guys, welcome to my channel, where we use gentle movement sessions to build strength, improve coordination, and increase mobility so that you move better and feel stronger. Today, I'm going to be taking you through a beginner Pilates session. So grab a mat, lie down on your back, and let's get started. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Then roll your pelvis north by pressing through your feet and flattening your back, tilting your bottom towards your knees. Then reverse, rolling south so that your tailbone rolls towards the floor and your sit bones roll towards your heels. Breathe out to press through your feet and roll north, feeling your stomach scoop in. Then breathe in, roll south, feeling your lower back gently arch but without any work. Last time, breathing out to press through your feet, tucking your tailbone towards your knees, breathing in to roll your sit bones towards your heels, allowing your back to gently arch. Then roll to the in-between of those two positions, which is your pelvic neutral position. Now do your Pilates breathing, placing your hands on your ribs, breathing in to expand your rib cage. Breathing out, feel your ribs deflate and your stomach draw in. Keep your pelvis neutral as you breathe in to expand your ribs, feeling your mid-back lower towards the floor, breathing out to relax your ribs. One more time, breathing in, breathing out, deepening that abdominal connection, your pelvis stays neutral. Then float your arms to the ceiling, your hands are above your shoulders. Breathing out, draw your shoulders forwards. Breathing in, draw them back down onto the floor. Then again, breathing out, feel your mid-back stay down, your stomach stay engaged, your pelvis is in neutral. Breathing in, draw your shoulders back, keeping that tummy connection. Last time, shoulders move forwards, shoulders slide backwards. Then set them wide by lifting them only halfway back towards the ceiling. Breathe in to bring your arms overhead so your biceps come towards your ears. Then breathe out, lift your arms back towards the ceiling so that your hands rest above your shoulders. Then again, breathing out, float your arms overhead, keep your mid-back down as you do this. Breathe in to lift your arms back up. Keep your chin in and your spine long as your arms go overhead. Breathe in to bring your arms back up. This is a stretch for your lats, rhomboids in your shoulder blades, and your triceps. Feel your stomach connection deepen as your ribs stay down when your arms go over, and to bring your arms back up. Just one more, keeping your shoulder blades broad, back up, then lower your arms back down towards the floor, resting them beside your pelvis. Ready for your knee to nose. Breathing out, draw your right knee towards your nose, flattening your back and drawing your ribs down. Breathing in, return your right foot to the floor, then breathing out, repeat on the left leg. Breathing in to lower. As you draw your knee in, feel your spine lengthen, your neck stays long, your shoulders stay broad, and you feel your ribs and pelvis drawing together at the front to deepen that tummy connection as the knee pulls in. One more each side. And last one. Now into opposite arm and leg reach. Lift your right knee, keeping your pelvis level and your pelvis neutral. Lift your left arm above your left shoulder. Breathing out, extend your right leg and bring your left arm overhead. Breathe in to bring them back. Keep your pelvis level, so not rolling either side. Keep your spine long. Your ribs drawing down to keep your abdomen connection. Your mid-back rests on the floor as your arm lengthens overhead, then returns. Extend your right knee only as far as your left knee. The further away your foot goes, the harder it is to keep stable. Feel your back resting on the floor and keep it level and still as your limbs move. Let that go, switch sides. Lift your left knee, keeping your pelvis level, keeping your pelvic neutral. Float your right arm to the ceiling. Breathing out, extend your left leg, bringing your right arm overhead. Breathing in to return. The ribs stay down, the spine stays long. The tummy stays in as your leg extends and your arm lengthens overhead. You return. So before we kept your ribs stable as your arms moved, and we used your core to power your legs. On the second exercise, now we're combining both, feeling your core stabilize the movements of your limbs. 2 more using your breath out to help your stomach stay active but not tense, and your torso to stay long. Lower your arm and your leg back down to the floor. For heel kick to the ceiling. Breathing out, float your right knee up, extend your right leg so your heel reaches to the sky. Bend your knee, place your foot back down, repeat on the left. Extending your left heel upwards, flexing your foot, then lowering back down. Use the breath out to extend your leg, breathing in to bend. Breathing out to extend your leg, stretching your hamstring, working your quad. This is a leg strengthening exercise, a hamstring stretch, and you're using your stomach muscles drawing in to allow your heel to lift lightly towards the ceiling. Your shoulders are broad, your ribs stay down, your neck is long, your jaw is soft. 1 more each side. And last one. Then bring your right knee into tabletop, hold your right knee with your right hand, then lift your left knee and hold it the same way. Breathe out, draw your knees towards your chest, allowing the backs of your legs, your back of your hips, your mid-back and your lower back to stretch and release. Breathe in, feel your ribcage expand. Breathing out, relax your spine into the floor. Then roll your knees slightly to the left and slightly to the right, just massaging out your back. Then bring yourself back to the center and hold the backs of your legs for toes to the sky. Breathe out, extend your right leg to the ceiling. Breathing in to bend. Now your foot stays pointed as you extend your left leg and then bend. This works both quads, still gets a stretch through that hamstring, but your shoulders are set broad, your mid-back rests on the floor, your spine stays long. Using your breath out to extend, breath in to bend. If this is too easy, you can rest your hands beside you. But this helps to set your shoulders, making your arms work to support your legs and stretch the hamstring. 1 more each side. Then rest your feet back down. Then lie on your right side with your right arm underneath your head, or your head resting on a pillow, your feet in line with your bottom, making sure your pelvis is neutral, and going into clams. Breathing out, lift your left knee, keeping your feet touching, breathing in to lower your knee back down. Keep your pelvis still as you lift your knee and then lower. Feeling your leg bone externally rotate to lift, working the muscle on the outside of your hip, which is a stabilizing muscle in single leg standing. Continue to do your rib breathing so your stomach stays in which helps your leg bone open and lower without moving your pelvis. Last one. Then switch sides. Lying now on your left side with your left arm underneath your head or in front of you with a pillow underneath your head, your feet in line with your bottom, setting your pelvis into its neutral position, long through the torso, breathing out to float your right knee to the side, breathing in to lower. Keep your feet touching, feeling your glute med on the outside of your hip working as you lift, releasing as you lower. Keep breathing out through the ribs, deflating the ribs as your stomach draws in, keeping your core connected the whole time. Just 3 more of these. And last one. Then lie face down with your hands one on top of the other, your legs long, your shoulders broad, and your toes touching with your heels out wide. Now we're doing the big squeeze. Keep your toes touching, breathe out and roll your heels to touch one another. Squeezing your heels together, your inside thighs engage, your bottom engages. Breathe in to let that go. And again, feel your stomach stay in as your ribs deflate to breathe out, and squeeze your heels and inside thighs, breathing in to let that go, expanding the ribs. Your spine stays long as your heels touch and then open. Feel that your inside thighs and bottom work together as your heels draw towards one another like magnets. Then you let your bottom and inside thighs let go as your heels separate. You'll also feel your hamstrings working to keep your legs long as you do this. Let that go. Separate your legs to hip width apart for your long leg lift. Breathing out, reach your right foot backwards, lifting your right thigh off the floor. Breathing in to lower it back down. Repeat on the left leg. Then lower. Imagine reaching back with your right foot as though you're touching the back of the room, instead of lifting your foot towards the ceiling to avoid any work in your lower back. Keep your chin tucked in and your neck long. Your shoulders rest broad, elbows on the floor. And you're just hovering your thigh slightly above the floor as your toes reach back, lowering them down, then repeating. 1 more each side, feeling the back of your leg and bottom gently engaging to reach your leg backwards and then lower. From there, come up to Sphinx pose, where you're looking forwards with your elbows underneath your shoulders, your palms resting on the floor, and your stomach long. Let your chest sink down between your shoulder blades as you breathe out, breathing in to lift your chest slightly away from the floor, and then breathing out. Slide your shoulder blades backwards as the chest lowers. Slide your shoulder blades forwards as the chest lifts. Feel that your stomach stays long, your spine stays soft. You're not pushing away from the floor, but gently lifting your torso, then lowering your torso as you stay lengthened through the front of your body. Melting down towards the floor, then gliding yourself away from it. Let that go. Come up onto your hands and knees and go into a child's pose, bringing your bottom towards your feet, creeping your hands forwards, breathing into the ribs, breathing out, feeling a lengthening and a stretch through your back. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the muscles in your shoulder blades lengthen and relax as your ribs take in air and your back lengthens, and as you breathe out and everything relaxes a little bit more. Then slowly come out of that position. Place your elbows underneath your shoulders. Move your knees back for your plank on knees. Engage your inside thighs and bottom. Zip your stomach away from the floor and lengthen through the hips so you're a straight line from the crown of the head down through your spine to your knees. This challenges your stomach connection. Keep your ribs drawing away from your elbows, your stomach drawing away from the floor, and your bottom cheeks squeezing to protect your spine. If this is too hard for you to keep the work out of your back, have your knees closer in. Just 10 more seconds, keeping your collarbones wide, your shoulder blades broad, your ribs drawing in, your stomach zipping from the pant line, and your glutes engaged. Then draw your bottom backwards towards your feet, come out of that plank position, and lie down on your back with your legs long and your arms resting beside you. Take your right arm out to the side, lift your right knee to tabletop and take hold of it with your left hand. Then place your right foot on your left thigh and draw your right knee over towards the left, rolling onto the left side of your body so your right side lengthens from your armpit down through your ribs, down through your waist and through your right bottom. Breathe in through the ribs and then breathe out. Melt your weight down through the left side of your body as your right side lengthens. Keep your jaw, your neck, and your left leg all relaxed. Slowly return to the center. Switch sides. Put that foot down, bend your left knee, left arm out to the side, straighten your right leg, hold your left knee with your right hand, place your left foot on your right thigh, and slowly draw your knee to the right, lengthening through your left side. Breathe into the ribs. Breathing out, melt your body on the right, relaxing your right leg, relaxing your shoulders both onto the floor. Your mid-back is relaxed. Your jaw and your neck are soft. Keep your stomach drawing in slightly. Then slowly return back to the center, letting go of the knee, going into your glute stretch. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, then lift your left thigh, and with both hands with your fingers interlaced, hold the back of your left thigh. Breathe into the ribs. Breathing out, relax your shoulders backwards, your chin down, your spine melts into the floor, and your bottom sinks towards the floor. You'll feel a stretch on the outside of your right bottom cheek. If it's too easy, hold on to your left shin. Breathe into the ribs. Breathing out, melting your back into the floor. Feeling your leg and hip muscles release. Keep your collarbones broad, your shoulder blades broad. Then let that leg go, switch sides. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Lift your left leg and hold the back of your left thigh with both hands. Or for a deeper stretch, hold the right shin. Breathing into the ribs, keeping your shoulders broad. Breathing out, relax your ribs, relax your back, relax your pelvis. Keep the back of the neck long as you breathe in. The chin tucked in as you breathe out, feeling your muscles release a little bit more. So your hip muscles and bottom muscles start letting go. Then let that go. Then sit up to finish off with sitting bolt upright. Sitting with your legs long, your hands resting beside your hips and your fingertips facing your heels. Then, with your triceps, press your heels of your hands into the floor and lengthen your hips into neutral so your back is straight, your collarbones are wide, your shoulder blades are broad, and your chest is open. Breathe into the ribs, keeping your stomach drawing in. Breathing out, relax your ribs, keeping your front long and your back long. You'll feel work through your quads, lengthening through your hamstrings. Try to feel your sit bones on the floor, not rolled back on the pelvis. Your arms are working and your tummy's working. Slowly release the triceps and let that go. And you're done. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you had a great session. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.